In this video, I'm going to take you through 3 different questions that appeared in the subject Fundamentals of Entrepreneurship spread across the exams. So there's this one that you see here. This question required students to perform some calculations, and this was question 6 of the December 2022 paper. I'll take you through that one. I'm also going to take you through this one, which was question number 7, which appeared in the June 2022 exams, Fundamentals of Entrepreneurship, Calulations. And the third one appeared in the September 2022 for the subject Fundamentals of Entrepreneurship, question number 4, Calulations. So we can summarize this particular video to be Calculations in Fundamentals of Entrepreneurship 2022. My name is Savoy, and I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Captain 37. The 37 is in numbers, 37, Captain 37. There you'll find more interesting and comprehensive lessons such as this one. Let's get straight to it. Chimunya's costing and pricing information of his business is as follows for the month of March 2022. This should have read is as follows. So it's Chimunya's costing and pricing information of his business is as follows for the month of March 2022. The selling price is given. The quantities of goods sold is given. The gross profit that's expected is given, which is 40% of sales, and the total expenses is also given. We are now required to, number 1, calculate the sales revenue amount. To calculate the sales revenue amount. And how do you calculate the sales revenue? The sales revenue is calculated by the selling price multiplied by the quantity. And so the selling price, we've been told that the selling price per unit is this one right over here, 1,200. And the quantities, we've been told it's 200. Like that. And therefore, what's going to be the sales revenue is 1,200 multiplied by 200. We are going to pull out the calculator and calculate 1200 multiplied by 200. This gives us 240,000. So the sales revenue then was 240,000. So the answer for this one is 240,000. Next, we are supposed to calculate the gross profit. We're supposed to calculate the gross profit. We have already been told that the gross profit is 40% of sales. The gross profit is 40% of sales. So 40%, which is 40 over 100, multiplied by sales, which is this one. So it's 40%, 40 over 100 multiplied by this one. And so we pull out our calculator. You are allowed to carry a calculator in the exam. 40 divided by 100 there. Multiply this by 240,000. And this gives us 96,000 kwacha. 96,000 kwacha. And so the answer here is 96,000 kwacha. The third part of the question is for us to calculate the net profit. To calculate the net profit. Now, how do you find the net profit? The net profit is made up of selling price or sales revenue, actually. So let me write sales revenue minus expenses. Sales revenue minus expenses gives us the net profit. And so we know that the sales revenue is this one. This is our sales revenue right over here. Sales revenue. And from this particular sales revenue, we are supposed to subtract the expenses. And how much are the expenses? They are given right over here. 50,000 kwacha. So it is 240,000 kwacha, 240,000 kwacha less 50,000 kwacha. What is this going to give us? Pull out our calculator. It's 240,000 minus 50,000 kwacha. So the net profit is therefore going to be 190,000 kwacha. Let me just confirm. Yes, 190,000 kwacha. And I'm going to write right over here. 190,000 kwacha. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel Captain37 and also like and follow my Facebook page Marketing Study in Zambia. Let's proceed and look at the next question. This one over here, June 2022, question number 7. In this question, we are required to calculate the total cost of production. To calculate the total cost of production, what we need to do is to look at the information that's been given. We have been given and told that the cost structure of Mr. Mwemba fish farming business is as follows. There is the cost of purchasing 4,500 fingerlings of fish at 6,500. So Mr. Mwemba is going to purchase 4,500 fingerlings. Fingerlings, I believe, need to be nsomba at 6,500. The cost of feedstock is 400 kwacha per 50 kg. 400 kwacha per 50 kg. And he uses 4 bags every month. He uses 4 bags every month. This is very interesting. Take note of that. It's 400 kwacha per 50 kg and he uses 4 bags every month. So that means that each month, if he uses 4 bags each month, it means that it's going to be, we are going to take note of this particular information here. It's going to be 400 multiplied by 4. So it means that every month with regards to feedstock, Mr. Mwemba spends 1,600. Take note of that. That's a very interesting piece of information. We've been told that the cost for labor per month is 550, okay? And there are other costs per month, 350, okay? Making an assumption that all the 4,500 fingerlings of fish matured in 6 months and were sold at 12 kwacha each. Calculate the total cost of production. Calculate the total cost of production. So obviously, we'll take note of this particular information that we indicated right over here. Now, all this happens over a period of 6 months. So if this is how much he was spending, this is how much he was spending for 1 month. 1,600, we're going to multiply this by 6. This, the cost of labor, which is this one, is also going to be multiplied by 6 because this is per month. So if we multiply this one by 6, pull out our calculator, it's 550 multiplied by 6. This gives us 3,000. What was that? Pull out the calculator again. 3,300. 3,300, like that over there. So we know here the total is going to be how much? Here the total is going to be 1,600 multiplied by 6. 1,600 multiplied by 6, 9,600. Okay, so here it's 9,600. Here 3,300, and here it's going to be this amount, like we see, multiplied by 6 as well, because it's a monthly figure. Multiplied by 6, how much is this going to give us? When you multiply this one by 6, it's going to give us 350 multiplied by 6, 2,100. 2,100. So this is going to be 2,100, like that. Okay. The cost of production is basically all the amounts put together that we are spending to be able to produce the product that we want. The amount of money that we're putting together or spending to be able to come up with the final product. And so with that established, let's find out how much the total cost of production is going to be. The total cost of production is going to include this amount here. So that's going to be 9,600 plus the cost of buying the fingerlings, which is 6,500, plus the cost of labor, this one here, which is going to be 3,300, plus other costs, which is this one here, 2,100. What does this give us? What it gives us is what is going to be our total cost of production. So the calculator is up there. There's 9600 plus 6500 plus 3300 plus 2100. This gives us 21,500. Was that 500? 21,500. Yes, 21,500. And this is the answer to this question. The next part of the question is for us to calculate the net profit made after sales. To calculate the net profit made after sales. And the net profit is found by us finding the sales revenue less the expenses. This is going to help us to find the net profit. So how do we find the sales revenue? The sales revenue is found by us multiplying the quantities. We've been told the quantity, this one here, is 4,500. Multiply this by the selling price, which is this one here, 12,000. 12 kwacha is 12 kwacha, all right? This is what we're going to do to find the sales revenue. And so 4,500, let me just pull out the calculator. 4,500 multiplied by 12 gives us 54,000 kwacha. So this is 54,000 kwacha. We are not yet done. From this particular 54,000 kwacha, we are supposed to subtract the total costs of production, which we found to be 21,500. And when we do that, the answer is going to be, let me pull out the calculator, 54,000 kwacha less 21,500. It gives us 32,000 kwacha. It gives us 32,500 kwacha. 32,000 kwacha, 500. So 32,000 kwacha, 500. And this was the answer. Do remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Captain37, and also like and follow my Facebook page, Marketing Study in Zambia. If you need me to take you through your studies as a group or as an individual, get in touch and we can get chatting. We now proceed to look at the next question. September 2022, question 4, Fundamentals of Entrepreneurship. In this question, we are expected to, number 1, calculate the cost of producing a loaf of bread. And this is for 2 marks. We are supposed to calculate the cost of producing a loaf of bread. And this is based on the information that's given that Namwinji runs a bakery where she produces loaves of bread. For her to produce 100 loaves of bread, she needs the following material, and the cost per unit is given as follows. There is wheat, flour, there is yeast, there is electricity, there is labor, there is marketing and distribution, and there's also other costs. So all these costs put together are what are going to give us the cost of producing a loaf of bread. So let's calculate those. Let's put them together and we calculate them. I can simply pull out the calculator, and here it is. So we have got 2 kwacha for the wheat flour, plus 0.5 for the yeast, plus 0.5 for the electricity, plus 1 for labor, plus 1 for marketing and distribution, and plus 1 for other costs. This gives us 6 kwacha. So we know that the cost of producing 1 loaf of bread, is 6 kwacha. The next part is on number 2, the cost of production, which is also 2 marks. The cost of production. Remember that this amount that we found over here, this one, is the cost of production for a loaf of bread. But what is the cost of production? The cost of production for 100 loaves of bread. The cost of production for 100 loaves of bread. So if 1 loaf is equal to 6 kwacha, then 100 loaves is going to be 6 plus 100, and this gives us 600 kwacha. And so the answer to number 2 is 600 kwacha. In the third part of the question, we are required to calculate the selling price per unit. If the profit margin she intends to make is 50%, so she wants to make a profit of 50%. If she wants to make a profit of 50%, how much must she sell each unit at? That is what this question is asking. And it is really simple. We know that the cost of production is 6 kwacha. This is how much money she spends to make a loaf of bread. Now she wants to make 50% profit. 6 kwacha, 50% of 6 kwacha. This 50% of 6 kwacha is 3 kwacha. So how much then is she going to sell a loaf of bread for her to make 50% profit? 50% of 6 is 3. So it is going to be 6 plus 3, which gives us 9 kwacha. For her to make 50% profit, she needs to sell each unit of bread at 9 kwacha. The fourth part of the question is for us to calculate the profit per loaf of bread after selling all the 10 loaves of bread. This "and" that you see here is not supposed to be here. Please consider this as a mistake and just ignore the "and." So it should read that what we're supposed to calculate is the profit per loaf of bread after selling all the 100 loaves of bread. How much are we selling each loaf of bread? We are selling each loaf of bread at 3 kwacha. Where did I get this 3 kwacha? Remember, we were told that she intends to make a profit margin of 50%. Therefore, she's going to sell each loaf at 3 kwacha. And how many loaves are there? There are 100. So together, when we multiply 3 by 100, it gives us 300 kwacha. And therefore, the profit per loaf of bread after selling all the 100 loaves of bread is going to be 300 kwacha. And that's it. That is all students needed to have calculated. The cost of producing a loaf of bread, which was number 1. Number 2, the cost of production. Number 3, the selling price when she intends to make a profit of 50%. And number 4, the profit per loaf of bread after selling 100 loaves of bread. This has been part 1 of Calculations in Entrepreneurship. There will be part 2, I invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel Captain37, like and follow my Facebook page Marketing Study in Zambia. And if you need me to help you individually or as a group in your studies, you are welcome to get in touch and we can chat more. See you in the next video. Goodbye.